Have you ever spoken to a seller that responded to your cold call or your postcard about buying their house and they're interested and you're about to give them an offer, but they have an objection that you just can't get past, like they need to wait till XYZ happens and you're stuck? Well, this episode, we talk with amazing real estate wholesaler Zack Boothe, who does $1 million a year just looking for distressed homes, getting them under contract, and then passing them off to an investor and getting paid $20,000 per deal for each deal that he finds. And he's covering the top seller objections that he hears and how to avoid them. This episode is actually a masterclass that we do every Wednesday at 3 o'clock Eastern time for DealMachine members to come together and share wins, hear from an outside expert, and to learn how to get to their path of financial freedom faster. If you want to attend the masterclass, all you have to do is be on a DealMachine Pro plan and you can join. If not, you can hear the best recordings on this podcast every Friday. If you've gained any knowledge from this podcast, please take a moment and leave us a review. It's what drives us and gives us the capability to continue producing more content to help you on your journey for financial freedom. And make sure that you're subscribed so that you get each episode as they get released every week.
The DealMachine REI Podcast. Everything you need to know to get started in real estate investing.
Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Hard to know what day it is. Hey, what's up, Andre? Just saw you the other day. There we go, man.
Yes, sir. What's up, man? How you been, man?
Good, dude. I was saying it's hard to know what day it is because going straight from a weekend event right back into the work week. It's making sure I'm doing the masterclass on the right day. I'm looking at my calendar. But welcome everybody. If you're open to turn on your camera, please do. Zach, Zach's got his camera on. Zach, you want to say hey to everybody?
Hey everyone, good to see you.
Yeah, Zach he's sacrificing lunch to be with us. He's been on calls the entire day solid. So I appreciate you continue to power through, man.
Yes, sir. No, I'm excited to be here, guys. I'm excited about the topic of today. I'm sure there'll be a massive amount of value and it will make you guys a ton of money. So
yeah. Yeah, and super excited about today. This is your first one of these, by the way. These in general, first of all, welcome. But these in general, we host them as DealMachine, but it's not about us. It's really about you guys coming here and learning from world-class experts like Zach right here and investing in yourself, investing in your education, investing in your team, investing in your network. So this is a great opportunity to meet other people that are like-minded in terms of, investors that are active and taking their real estate investing serious. So I know Ryan, when he has a chance, he'll throw in the chat. We've got a dealmachine.com/elite is our networking spreadsheet there. So you can join that to be able to look and try to team up with other people. We've had a ton of people meet, other JV partners, other business partners through that spreadsheet and through, trying to come to these weekly. So welcome for that. Again, the purpose of these is really to learn from experts like Zach, and then you can bring Q&A yourself. And I think Zach today is going to give a great rundown for us on his content, but then give you guys an opportunity to ask questions and ask about the objections you're hearing. So that's going to be just a great opportunity to learn from again, like the guy when it comes to driving for dollars and negotiating those deals. So if you have other team members on your team as well that you guys are that would find value in a certain subject. I mean, we cover all kinds of stuff. We covered last week was Paul Myers, which he talked about underwriting flips. The week before that was Steve Trang on sales scripts and creating the best sales script out there. We had Carrie Porter before that talking about virtual assistants and working with virtual lead managers and stuff. So if you ever have a teammate where it's a subject that really applies to them actively, feel free to invite them too. Let's see, Carl, what's up, man? We've got a few regulars turn on their cameras here. So good seeing you.
Good seeing you.
Nice. If there we go, Jose. Yeah, feel free to turn on your camera if you don't mind saying hey here. But I know one other thing, Ryan does a phenomenal job of hosting office hours for any DealMachine specific questions. So Zach might end up, talking about DealMachine or mentioning it here and there, but really our focus is on the content for these. If we have Deal Machine specific questions, go to Ryan and his open office hours. There you go. He just put it in the chat there. Bookmark that, and he hosts those, a couple times a week. So those are fantastic for any kind of like support or Deal Machine specific stuff. But and then he also put for the old recordings a tool. Hopefully, I pronounced your name there. Content.dealmachine.com. That is where we put all of the past recordings for these, which we've had Zack on. I mean, probably might be the fourth or fifth time, man. You've been you're a popular recurring guest. So
Love doing it.
Oh, what was that?
I said I love helping. Thanks for having me more.
Yeah. I mean, you that always comes across, man. So especially, I mean, look at your student wall back there. Like you're helping those guys out quite a bit.
Dude, I started breaking it down. These are the people in the foundation section: buyers list, title company, contracts. These guys are people that have started marketing. These are people that are working leads. These are people that have properties under contract and about ready to go out to the success wall. So super
awesome,
man. Plugging away.
There we go. Yeah, you truly have a helping heart, and really like how you deal with sellers too. Like your mindset. I'm sure you'll talk about this, but the way that you approach the mindset of having that seller conversation, you can tell you're leading with helping people first, man. So always love to see that. I know the topic today, again, guys, is going to be top seller objections that you're going to face if you're having conversations with sellers today, and then how to overcome each of them. So I'm really excited to break that down. Before we get into that, we always like to kick off with good vibes with you guys. So
first, did you guys see Mr. David's in the house?
There he is.
Last time we came out, really enjoyed my trip to visiting you, Zack, a couple of weeks ago. And I was pumped we got to actually be there to record a victory bell for one of your students. Who was that?
Awesome.
Man, I don't remember at this point. I get like 2 or 3 a week. I don't remember who it was when you were here. Man, I can't remember who it was that went there. I can tell you this week, Lisa's got a $20,000 deal, which is so cool because and she's working 2 more. Adam Rappaport has a $50,000 deal this week. And then there's one more.
We need a bell.
There's one more. Yeah, no,
a bell in the chat.
Bells out there.
Nice.
Yeah, it's super fun. I love it.
Nice. We I was jealous of you guys being able to hang out without me, but we'll make it work someday. But I will say, to start this off, I mean, that you're already transitioning well, Zack, right there. In terms of sharing big wins, does anybody else have personal wins, professional wins? Can be big or small. If you landed a deal or made a new hire, started a partnership.
Can I share another one?
Yeah, do it. Yeah.
So guys, my biggest wholesale deal ever was $105,000. We have $110,000 wholesale deal closing next week. And then the week after we have 100, and I think it's going to be, we don't have an official number, but it's probably going to be about 107,000. So we have 2 wholesale deals making over 6 figures in the next 2 weeks. So, not too freaking shabby. I'm
no joke, man. Yeah.
That's amazing. And you could tell how systematic your business is based on the fact that you know what you're going to profit on it before you've even closed it and made it official. Mm-hmm. That's just an amazing skill. How do you do it, man?
Good team members. Good team members, good processes for sure. Yeah.
Jessup, nice for working on that first deal. Love to hear that in the chat there.
Love it.
I know our win, we were talking about this as we got on here, but we just came from the Wholesaling Inc. Growth Summit last weekend and had a blast there. That was a great event. Monday was a little bit of a recovery day because I got in like 2 a.m. But it was definitely worth it. So that was a great event.
These wins,
nice,
awesome. Jessup, Gene.
There you go, Gene. Do you want to talk about that at all? I don't know if you're in a spot where you can talk, man. But
super exciting.
Gene here, guys. Just closed on. I wish I was back in Miami, but I'm not. But just closed on a rental last week. Closing on another one on Monday, but set 2 solo appointments today. So excited about that.
Huge. Awesome, man. Great seeing you as always too.
Likewise.
Thanks.
Matt Butler. What's up, Matt? I saw Matt at the summit last weekend.
How's it going?
Good. Good to see you again.
You have my camera, but let's quick to cook down some food real quick. So
now we can see your beautiful face and your Texas proud flag.
That's right.
That's right. He even said it Texas style. That's right.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's right.
I
He
love
did.
Texas.
Great stuff. Thanks, guys.
Can't always help that. So
Oh no, I love it. Dude. I love Texas. I love it. I was down there in El Paso like a month ago. Yeah, love that place.
Please open up your podcast app right now and leave us a review and let us know what you thought of this episode. It means so much because the reviews help us get in front of more people. And the more people we can get in front of, the more we can help them achieve financial freedom. And we also get more energy to put more content out like this to help you. So by leaving us a review, it will give you more content to come to help you along on your journey. Thank you so much.
Anybody else willing to share things they're working on, or big or small wins from last week before we kick it over to Zach here?
Three deals, Chad. You see that one?
Oh, there we go. Nice, Chad. Good stuff.
3 deals on owner financing, $167,000. I assume that's are you assigning the owner financing, or is this projected net worth increase?
Those are 3 different deals. I bought the property and then I'm doing owner financing, and those are the profits on those 3 doing 2 years out for each one, at 10% interest on each one. So, that was
awesome, dude. Good for you, dude. That's exciting.
Good work.
Driving for dollars leads?
No, these were letters I sent out to the county.
Gotcha.
But I still use driving for dollars. I've got an Airbnb that I captured through, through the app. So DealMachine app. So I think it was my face. I don't really know. I put my face on there and I was like, oh, this is cheesy, but it was a older lady. I guess she thought I was cute. I have no idea.
I love it.
Do you want to get more specific when you say letters to the county? I see Lee asked about that.
Oh, yeah. So I either use PropWire or I just get, you can use, you can just call the county or email the county and have them just send you every person who owns property in the county. And then I have someone in the Philippines that scrubs the list for me. And then I put offers on my letters that I send out, and the letters and offers are based upon tax value.
Oh, wow.
And sometimes I get people cussing me out. Sometimes I get people, let's do it. And then, so
are you using like offerletter.com, or are you just sending like handwritten 1-by-1 with your VA saying X percentage of tax value?
Yeah. So, I get the list and I do a mail merge. Well, I used to do a mail merge and then I would handwrite the envelopes, but then I went to Postcard Mania, and they do like the written envelopes. So my offers, I have an Excel sheet with just the offers that the lady, whoever I get to put in the offers, and scrubs the list to make sure that they're not landlocked, and a lot of times I'm just doing, those 3 deals are just land. They're not houses.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
There's nothing.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're doing that with residential housing. I was like, I've never heard of anyone sending offer letters on residential housing, but on land, that makes sense. We're doing that as well, actually, in Florida.
I do it on houses as well.
Is it working for you on houses?
Yeah. I've gotten at least 10 houses that way.
What percentage?
Are these tax delinquents, Chad?
No, these are not tax delinquents.
Okay.
Just all properties in your county.
Yeah. And what's up, Carl?
What's happening? I got a quick wild jump win too. We got this one deal, the bid's up to 186. It's a multiple error situation. We own 90% of it for probably about 20 grand. It's probably like about $100,000 net deal by just buying out fractional interest. It's a rundown, raggedy house, tax delinquent, dead person. And I'm pretty excited about it. It's been a lot of work, a lot of calls, a lot of convincing, a lot of building out the family trees, but it should be at least $100,000 deal, excess proceeds deal.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, that's, looking at the past recordings as well, Uncle Carl's talked about, you building out family trees and things like that before. So definitely look back at those. If you're trying to track down somebody, he's a master at that. So congrats, man. And I know really quick here too, Chad, for anyone on here who has List Builder inside DealMachine unlocked as well, I think some of what you're doing could be explored that way too. So if you have any, again, DealMachine specific questions, go hang out at Ryan's office hours, which Ryan, if you can put those hours again in the chat, he can show you some more List Builder stuff and how to do some of the stuff you're describing there. We're actually going to have on sometime in May, we're having Brent Bowers on talking about vacant land as well. So just keep an eye on your email and, we'll have him on for one of these master classes too. So,
yeah, man, I'm really interested in talking to, I lost your name, Chad. I'm really interested in talking to you more, Chad. I want to learn more of what you're doing there and how you're doing it exactly and get exact metrics, because I've never heard of anyone doing what you're doing with actual single family homes. Curious about your market and all those things. So if you'd be willing to, Chad, to speak with me, can you shoot me a direct message on Instagram or Facebook? I'd love to jump on a call with you. One of my favorite things about teaching and coaching is I get to learn too, right? I get wind of something new, I want to know. So super cool. I'd love to talk to you.
Thanks. Awesome. And Oak, you're killing it on the on the weightlifting competitions, man. It's nuts.
Yeah, just a little PR, but it moved easy. There's plenty more in the tank.
Love it.
What was it? Deadlift? What was he lifting?
It was a closed grip bench press for 360.
360. It's ridiculous.
360?
Yeah.
Dude, I deadlifted that once. That's crazy, dude. Your name is fitting.
I grew into it. I got it for my birthday, so it all works out well.
Yeah, I love it.
And then I don't know, Zoom user, if you can update your name on there too. Congrats on closing that first deal too. But all right, good stuff, guys. Well, I think appreciate you all stepping up and sharing what you've got going on. Like, love to hear that throughout the whole community. You guys closing deals, and it's inspiring for everybody here. So I will kick it over to Zack here. He's, again, the #1 guy for driving for dollars and truly a master at negotiating with sellers like this. Scaled his business to 7 figures very quickly, and is really doing that and also giving back through coaching students as well, which again, you can see his student wall behind him that we pointed out earlier. And he puts out awesome content. Like, he does the 40-day challenge on YouTube. Highly recommend watching that one. I don't know if we have a link to that, Zack, that you could share too, but that, was a phenomenal series. If anyone's seen it, he's got a great podcast as well, DFD Mastery. So Zack, if you want to maybe give just a little more on your background and journey, and then jump right in, man, go for it.
Yeah, so I started as an entrepreneur young at 17 as a window cleaner, grew that business for a decade and was completely sick and tired of it and jumped into real estate. Had some great mentors, great people along the way that supported me and helped me have a lot of success, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. But now, for the last handful of years, I've made over $1 million a year doing this stuff. Absolutely love it. Accidentally became a coach. Never was an intention to do so. I fell in love with it. I love helping people. Just so you guys know, I'm going to drop a massive amount of value here, and I'm not getting paid to do this at all. And that's completely okay. I'm not asking for anything from any of you guys. I just really want to help you guys. So the topic today, just so you know, is something that I'm very passionate about, because it's the negotiation process. What we do and how we do this part of our business will affect much more than just how much money we make, but it'll also affect the industry. It'll affect the way that we're perceived in the real estate industry. It'll affect regulation. It'll affect so many different things. So making sure this is done right is long-term so very important. So this is something that I think is so important, right? So I'm excited about this, but just so you guys know, if you like what I'm teaching, what I'm saying, how I'm saying it, make sure you check out my free content. So my podcast, Driving for Dollars Mastery, is a great place where I do a ton of education, teaching exactly what we do, how we do it, what I teach these guys, what these guys are paying me to do. A lot of them are on the show, what they did, how they did it, granular, step by step, so you guys can take and implement, right? My goal is to, yes, coach people that want my personal time, want my help, but more than anything, my content, my free stuff, this stuff here, I want it to live on forever. I want it to bless thousands, hundreds of thousands of lives, more lives than I can coach with my own personal time. So I just want you guys to know that I truly am here to help you and support you. Alfonso said, followed you on YouTube and podcast. Thank you guys. Yeah, if you guys want to check out that 40-day challenge, I did a 40-day challenge, flew across the country. I made $93,000 in just 40 days doing driving for dollars with only $1,000 in marketing. That was it. With smartphone and a car, of course. And, it's free. If you go to my YouTube channel, real estate, what is my YouTube channel called? I should probably know that. Oh, driving for dollars, Zack Boothe. And just go to playlist to watch that 40-day challenge. All right, look, the topic today is how to handle objections, negotiations, right? I don't have like a script or a format to go through, but this is just a handful of things that I want you to do. So I think it'd be beneficial if you guys want to have a pen and paper to maybe take some notes, because I'm going to cover a lot of information very quickly. So the first rule of thumb that I always cover, not just for what I teach, but also myself, whether I'm negotiating a real estate deal, whether I'm negotiating hiring someone, whether I'm negotiating with a potential student, the first rule of thumb is if it was a family member that I love dearly that was on the other end of this negotiations, would I treat my script or my negotiation strategy differently? If your negotiation strategy changes, if a family member calls to sell you their house, if it changes from what you're currently doing, you need to reevaluate what you're doing. You need to change it. It needs to be changed. Because if you cannot 100% do exactly what you're doing when it's someone that you actually care about, you are not working with high integrity, and it's actually costing you money. Because people can smell the bullcrap. One of the number one things that I get from people that want to be my students, they say, Zack, I see that you're authentic. What does that mean? Is it I'm authentic? No, they see that I mean what I say. They see that I truly am who I say that I am. I'm not faking that I actually care about people. I'm not faking that I do what I believe in, right? And so I want you guys to write that down. That's the first rule of thumb, okay? So what I mean by that is I actually had this realization when I was negotiating and when I was coaching people that were really struggling with negotiations. What happened is I had my cousin call me. His name's Brent, and he said, hey, Zack, I want you to buy my house. I said, well, Brent, I'm an investor, right? And I make money when I buy houses. He said, yeah, I know. I'm like, okay, well, what's the situation? Why wouldn't you just fix it up or just list it with a real estate agent and try and squeeze out as much as possible? What's going on? Well, I need to relocate quickly. My wife, is going through liver failure. We're moving to Salt Lake. I've already got a new job. If I can get out of it what I owe on it, I'm good. I'm golden. I just need to be done quick. Could you pay what I owe? I said, what do you owe? Let me do my research. We figured out what made sense and took care of him. I made some money. He was able to get what he needed. And I was like, damn, that was an easy deal. Right. And that's when it was all born. It was like, that's how it needs to be. Because what happened is I used to be a doubter. I used to think that real estate wholesaling was not possible. I used to see these gurus online and say they're full of shit. They're selling courses because they can't make money. Who else has thought that? Anyone? Chime in if you've thought that. I've thought it, and it's 100% true for a lot of them, by the way. It is. I want you to know that. It's legitimately a fair concern. So I was very doubtful of the reality of becoming wealthy in real estate because of this. And I was washing windows for a very wealthy gentleman. He was actually a real estate developer. His name was Stan Nielsen. And I was washing his windows, and I, heard about his story, how he became wealthy, how he retired in his early 30s as a developer and quit as a civil engineer. And I remember saying at the end of the conversation, he was so genuine and kind and nice and telling me his story. And I said, man, if I could just get 2 rentals this year, it'd be life-changing. And he gave me 2 properties at such a huge discount. I turned around and sold them a year and a half later for over, between the 2 of them, I made about $130,000 profit. And I was like, holy shit, that's a deal of a lifetime. He knew more than me. I remember being terrified to sign the agreement because he put it on a piece of white blank paper, what we were agreeing to with the seller finance terms. And I'm like, whoa, we can't sign this. And he's educating me and telling me to take it to the title company and talk to an agent to make sure I was getting a good deal and double check the rents. Like, he educated me.
Thanks for listening to the DealMachine Real Estate Investing Podcast. Please leave us a review and follow along wherever you're listening to your podcast.